be the very high-end Magicka. I think they're going to be the Eldritches of the game, the wizards per se.
I have a theory on racials.
Ooh, I like theories. Let's hear it.
My theory on racials is that they're not going to have any impact on the game other than visuals.
Really?
Yeah, I think SWTOR tried to do something like that, with their racials basically having no impact on your character except for, you know, you shadow box or you smack your companion. Balancing is really difficult with racials. I mean, you know, if I want to be a tank in the Ebon Heart Pact and Nords get, you know, something that's good for tanking, then that kind of means that I'm hurting myself if I pick Dark Elf or Argonian, so I don't know, they'll either be basically so they don't impact you on which class you choose to play, or they'll just be kind of like flavor, not really mattering too much.
Well, I can see that as something that they would want to do, because as you said, it definitely doesn't make it a favorite to decide if you want to use this race or this race as a tank. But I wouldn't mind seeing something sort of like Vanilla, where certain tunes had like Stone Form or extra chance to dodge or something like that, giving them those extra stuff, making them a preferred tanking class, but then splitting it up between the different races in the different factions. So a Dark Elf, if give them a specific racial that would make them overall a decent class. So let's say they get some type of dodge, and then a dwarf or something gets a stone form or something like that. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I agree with you on them just setting it so it's a animation only, nothing that's game impacting.
Yeah, I can foresee that happening. However, I feel like they probably won't take all of the racial bonuses away from the game. Not like just having it just animations, but I do believe they will have racial bonuses like increased physical, etc., etc. Because honestly, I don't remember Arena or Daggerfall, but I do know Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim have had racial bonuses. So I
But those
wonder
are
if they're
single
gonna.
player.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it this way. What elf has higher marksman? That just means, oh, he's a better archer. But I mean, I really don't foresee them taking away every racial aspect like that. I don't foresee them taking away everything. I foresee them balancing it out in some manner.
Well, that's the big thing. I mean, especially with Elder Scrolls, they're having the three factions. Balancing is going to be a major issue. No matter which way you look at it, it's going to be a huge issue. But because Matt Farrer is the lead developer on the game, I think he's got a lot of background on making sure things are balanced and working with the game with tri-factions. Again, he comes from Dark Age of Camelot, where you have the three factions, and every character in that game, or every class, every race in that game, has racials. And everything seems to balance out very well in that game.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see something where each race has somehow extremely similar or almost identical racials to two other races on other factions. Basically, have your your melee beneficial race, your range beneficial race, your magic beneficial race on each faction to keep the factions balanced at least.
See, I think they would want to try to encourage basically people not to play. Like, if you want to be a tank, like, you shouldn't feel obligated to be, you know, an orc because you get, you know, physical, or a Nord or whatever it is. I think they're going to end up either being like flavor or like Garbrek said, you know, if this guy can balance it out, then it'll be really balanced. I would like to see, you know, something like I don't know if it was Almerish or Altier said, where, you know, one class has like a stone form, which is really good for tanking, but the other one has like a dodge, and maybe the other one has like resistances or something like that.
And that's just the thing. That's balancing right there. I mean, if one class gets something for tanking, the other tanking classes should get something for tanking as well. Like maybe it's stone form, maybe dodge, maybe an extra additional to parry. But at least they all have the same ability in that general aspect.
Yeah, I just don't see it being something like it's Skyrim. I think Nords have like resist frost 50%. Like we're not, and Britain's had like 25 magic resist. We're not going to see anything like that out there. But you know, we may see some interesting stuff if they feel like they can tackle the balancing issues.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to see the 50% or anything like that. You will, like, I'm not going to say you will, but you will probably see small things like that. You'll get like an extra 2% to frost resist or something along those lines. Nothing that's game breaking. Like if I don't play a Nord, I'm not going to die to someone's fire or ice ball or something.